Hello students, I am Rajni Verma and in this video lesson I am going to discuss some numerical problems taken from the end of exercise of chapter 8 Motion. This is question number 1, page 112. An athlete completes one round of a circular track of diameter 200 meter in 40 seconds. What will be the distance covered and the displacement at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds? Let us suppose this is the circular track and the athlete starts his journey from the point A. It is given that the time to complete one round is equal to 40 seconds and the diameter of the circular path, that is 2r, is given to be 200 meter. This is the diameter of 200 meter. That means the radius is 100 meter. Therefore, the distance travelled in completing one round around the circular path to complete one round is equal to 2 pi r. Therefore, speed of athlete will be distance upon time, that is 2 pi r upon 40 meter per second. Now let us leave it like that. We will simplify it further. Now for the second part of the question, we will use the formula speed is equal to distance upon time, that is v is equal to s upon t. Time here is given to be 2 minutes 20 seconds, that is equal to 2 into 60 plus 20 is 140 seconds. Therefore, the total distance travelled in 140 seconds, S is equal to V into T, that will be 2 pi r divided by 40 and multiplied by 140. Since we are calculating distance, the unit here will be meter. Now let us simplify it. This is 2 into 22 upon 7. Here for r we will keep 100 and 40 as it is, multiplied by 140. After simplification, it comes to be 2200 meter. So this is the distance travelled by the athlete in the given time, 2 minutes 40 seconds, 2200 meter. This is the answer to the first part. Now for the displacement. To find displacement, we need to find the final position of the athlete. Number of complete rounds to travel 2200 meters in 140 seconds is to be calculated, and that will be number of complete rounds in 140 seconds is given by total distance travelled divided by the circumference of the circular path, which is equal to 2200 upon 2 pi r. 2 pi r, that is 2200 divided by 2, then 22 upon 7. This 7 will go in the numerator, and here for r we write 100. Since it is the number of complete rounds, it will have no units. After simplifying, you can see that this is 2200, this again 2200, we will find 7 upon 2, that is 3.5 complete rounds. It means that if the athlete starts from the point A, he will complete 3 rounds, and after that half round. For half round, he will come across the diameter. So let us say this is point B. So the displacement of the athlete will be the difference between the final position and the initial position, that is AB or diameter. Therefore, displacement is equal to diameter of the circular path, that is 200 meter. So here we have answer for the first part, 2200 meter distance, and displacement is equal to 200 meter. So these are the answer. This displacement can be found in another way. In order to find the total number of rounds completed by the athlete, we can also divide the time 140 seconds by 40 seconds, because you can see with the help of unitary method that if in 40 seconds the athlete completes 1 round, what will be the number of rounds completed in 140 seconds? Number of complete rounds in 140 seconds can also be calculated by 140 seconds divided by 40 seconds, and that will be again 7.5. We can use this method if the distance is not required. We can find directly the number of complete rounds simply by dividing the times, by taking the ratio of the 2 times, and then we can find the displacement. But since we have to find the distance as well, we have calculated in this way. Now let us take question number 2. The question says, Joseph jogs from one end A to the other end B of a straight 300 meter road in 2 minutes 30 seconds and then turns around and jogs 100 meter back to point C in another 1 minute. What are Joseph's average speeds and velocities in jogging from A to B and from A to C? Here I have taken this question from the latest edition of NCERT book, which states the time 2 minutes 30 seconds. In previous editions, you will find the time as 2 minutes 50 seconds. But here I am taking 2 minutes 30 seconds. Suppose this is the point A and this is the point B. The total length from A to B is 300 meter. This is point C. It is given that the distance between points B and C is 100 meter. Therefore, the distance AC will be 200 meter. Now we try to solve the question part-wise. For part A, we have from A to B. From A to B. The distance travelled S is equal to 300 meter and time T is 2 minutes 30 second, which we convert into second. That is 2 into 60 plus 30, that is 150 second. The average speed will be given by the total distance divided by the total time, which is equal to 300 meter upon 150 seconds, that is 2 meter per second. Now since AB is a straight line path, the average velocity will be same as the average speed. Therefore, this will be 2 meter per second. So this is the answer. Average velocity and the average speed both are the same, 2 meter per second. As for the second part, part B, we consider the distance from A to C. Here, distance travelled is equal to total distance AB plus BC, which is equal to 300 plus 100, 400 meter, and the time taken is equal to 2 minutes 30 seconds, that is 150 seconds plus 1 minute, that is 60 seconds, is equal to 210 seconds. Therefore, average speed is equal to total distance upon total time, distance upon time, that will be 400 upon 210 meter per second. That will be in decimals 1.90 meter per second. As for the displacement, total displacement is from A to C. This is equal to 200 meter. Therefore, the average velocity is equal to 200 upon 210, and that will be 20 upon 21, that is 0.95 meter per second. So for the first part, the average velocity and average speed both are 2 meter per second. And for the second part, from the distance A to C, the distance and displacement are different. Therefore, the average speed is 1.90 meter per second, while the average velocity is 0.95 meter per second. Question number 3 says, Abdul, while driving to school, computes the average speed for his trip to be 20 km per hour. On his return trip along the same route, there is less traffic and the average speed is 30 km per hour. What is the average speed for Abdul's trip? Here again, I have taken the question from the latest edition of NCERT book, which states the average speed for the second trip is 30 km per hour although in the previous editions it is given to be 40 kilometers per hour. So we will take the speed as 30 kilometer per hour. Now we have to compute the average speed of Abdul's trip. There are two speeds given, say 20 kilometers per hour and 30 kilometer per hour. But we will not calculate it as V1 plus V2 upon 2. No, this will be wrong, because the formula for the average speed is to find the total distance and then divide it by total time taken to complete the journey. So let us suppose that the point H denotes the home and point S denotes the school of Abdul. Since the distance is not given, we suppose that this distance is x kilometer. Because the speed is given in kilometer per hour, we measure this distance, we take this distance in kilometers. So let us suppose this distance is x kilometer. Now for the first part, from home to school, that is from H to S, we have velocity V1 is given to be 20 kilometer per hour. We assume that the distance from home to school, that is HS, is x kilometer. Therefore, the time T1 must be calculated. We know the relation that the speed is equal to distance upon time. Therefore, the time T1 is equal to x upon V1. That will be x upon 20 hour. Let us suppose this is our first relation. Similarly, for school to home, for school to home, for S to H, we have time taken will be T2 upon x upon 30 hour, and let us suppose this is our relation 2. Therefore, the total time is T1 plus T2, and that will be x upon 20 plus x upon 30. Since this is a very simple calculation, you can calculate it, and this will come to be x upon 12 hour. X upon 12 hour. And the total distance travelled in his total journey, that is from H to S and then from S to H, that will be 2x kilometer. Therefore, average speed will be equal to total distance upon total time. That is, total distance is 2x divided by total time. Total time is x upon 12. Since it is in fraction, we will write it as such, 2x upon x, and the 12 will come into the numerator, and this will be kilometer per hour. After simplification, it comes to be 24 kilometer per hour. So we see that the average speed is not the average of the two given speeds. We have to calculate the total distance traveled and the total time taken, and then the ratio gives us the average speed, which is here 24 km per hour. Now we take question number 4. The question says, a motorboat starting from rest on a lake accelerates in a straight line at a constant rate of 3.0 meter per second square for 8.0 seconds. How far does the boat travel during this time? Since the motorboat starts from rest, its initial velocity u is equal to 0. So we write u is equal to 0, given that acceleration a is 3 meter second to the power minus 2, that is 3 meter per second square. And the time is given to be 8.0 seconds, that is 8 seconds. How far does the boat travel during this time? How far? That means we have to calculate S. Now, we know that there are 3 equations of motion. These are V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT square, and V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. The question is, which equation we have to use? You will see that all 3 equations contain 4 variables: V, U, AT, S, UT and A. Here V, U, A and S. In all 3 equations there are 4 variable quantities. We can calculate any one quantity if the other 3 are known. So we have to see what are the given quantities. Here we have U, A, T and S. S is to be calculated. So we find an equation which contains only these 4. U, A, T and S. U, A, T and S. So this is our equation. Using the equation S is equal to UT plus half AT square, we put in the values so that S is equal to U, that is 0. 0 multiplied by anything will be 0, so we put simply 0 here, plus half A, that is 3, then multiplied by time 8 square, that is 8 into 8. This will be 3 4s are 12 into 8, 96 meter. So S is equal to 96 meter is the answer. This is a very simple question. So that's all for today, students. If you liked my video, please like, share and subscribe. In my next video, I will be doing some more exercise questions. Thanks for watching.